lastly, we have Marshall, the one true hazard. And what do you have for us this month?
Well, unfortunately, I've been extremely busy this month.
Yeah.
I've been working very hard on getting as many t-shirts done as possible. You can check that out on my Facebook. You get frequent reviews.
Yeah, all the stuff is down below for his Redbubble, his, I believe, Designed by Humans, and TeePublic.
Yep.
So you can check out his t-shirt designs that he's getting ready right now for our MegaCon debut. Yeah.
So in the meantime, I'm going to give you some of my favorites of the past. One is Final Fantasy X and X-2. This is the remake that they did. Not really a remake, more like a remastering. They made all of the graphics ready for the newest system.
Oh.
This game had a lot of character depth in it, and I really liked following the characters, especially through the sequel. And if you really know the universe, it sort of ties together with a whole bunch of other games.
Oh, okay.
So if you are in the mood for a throwback to PlayStation 1 or 2, go ahead and pick this game up. It's going to have 2 games, plus it has a bonus track in it that kind of tells what happens after X-2.
Okay. For me, I have books, and I think I'm the only one who has an actual book. I try to read 2 to 3 books a month, and last time when we had our book club video, I talked about what was it called? I can't even remember what it was called, but it's the one about the girl who has to go through the Bachelor Light competition. So this month...
The Elite.
The Elite, thank you. What I'm doing for this month is I am reading a series called Legend, and it's by Marie Lu. There's Legend, there's Prodigy, and there's Champion. And basically what it's about, it's obviously post-apocalyptic. That's what's out right now. And basically it is about this guy who is... like in this society, they are chosen from like the age of 15 to do a test. And if they pass the test, then they are put into different military or other positions in their job and work their way up. And the military is considered to be very elite in this country. The one side of the country is called the colonies, and it is basically halfway underwater, and that is where it is governed specifically by like companies. And then the other side of it is governed by the military, and because of global warming and floods and things like that, half the country is underwater. So it's this really interesting dichotomy of like people from one side thinking that they need to overthrow the government because it's better on the other side, and it tells the story from the point of 2 people, one of which named Day, who is the guy who he is like a hoodlum, basically. He has to try to overthrow the government, and he's a rebel, and he's most wanted. And then there's June, who has worked her way up into the military ranks, and she works on that side, but then things happen to her where she kind of joins up with the other guy. And then it's kind of how working their way through the story of the 3 books. I believe there's another one that might be coming out. I'm not sure. I'll have to do some research. But those are the 3 that I read this month. And then my next ones that I'm reading is I'm rereading the Maze Runner series. So next month I will talk about that. Because the second, well, I watched the Maze Runner movie, so I was like, I need to go back and read it.
That was a fun movie.
It was a fun movie. So they're doing the second one right now, so I want to kind of get ready for that one.
Pass me those books when you're done, because I want to read those next.
Excellent. Okay.
Now, I'd also like to do an anime, just like Vince did an anime. This one I've really enjoyed. Is called Log Horizon. And what Log Horizon is all about, it's one of those animes about people being trapped inside of a video game.
Okay.
But it takes it from a sociological perspective. It's almost like the Walking Dead of animes, where there's monsters everywhere, but those aren't really the problem. It's the other players and dealing with this idea, and how does a video game reality and the video game's mechanics translate into surviving in a reality, focusing on one guy who is not a combatant, he's a tactician. So I had a lot of fun actually trying to predict what he was doing, and it annoyed the snot out of Vince. So, if you're into that...
Vince just likes to watch it for the joy of watching it and the prettiness and all that jazz. Marshall and I are the type of people that we like to figure things out.
What's next? What's he doing?
We like, what's the mystery? Who did it? You know, that's how we are. So, a lot of times that, I think, frustrates Vince a lot, but that's okay.
So, if that's your kind of anime, and this is only available in subtitles so far on Hulu and maybe Crunchyroll. But Hulu, I know, has season 1, which is the one that I fell in love with.
Awesome. Okay, so the last thing is, which I know is, if you watch my channel a lot, is the thing that you're probably waiting for, which is the makeup favorites section. I do have a few for you, so we're going to just kind of jump in to that. The first thing is skincare, and of course we've been talking a lot about Insta Naturals on this channel, so I chose my favorite Insta Naturals product, and that's the eye serum. And if you want to know about our full review on that, I will link that below for you. But basically, this is probably one of my favorite things. I've been using it every night, and I love it. I think it's really taking care of the dark circles under my eyes, and I love how thick it is. But again, check that review out later. This is my favorite lip balm. This is Lipsil. This is the mint. I really love EOS still, don't get me wrong, but this one I've also been using every night. In fact, you can see I'm almost done. I've been waiting for it to run out. I have some of these on back hold, but I also want to try some soft lips and some Aquafina ones that I have.
I like how it has that kind of a almost those box knife kind of
I know, you just flip it up. It's awesome, right? Okay, so favorite lipstick product, I've been using this so much. This is the Milani Matte and Matte Blissful. It is amazing color. I will put it on just so you can see it because I'm not wearing it. But you know, this color, everybody raves about these, and they smell, oh, they smell like fruit, and I love it, and this is my favorite one. So of all the lipsticks, I think this is the one that I've been wearing the most this month. Let's talk about blush, and this is actually two different blushes. These are the Essence Silky Touch blushes. These things cost like $2. They're amazing. I have this one in Adorable, and this one is in Sweetheart. Now, I use Adorable as blush and Sweetheart as contour, so just because it's a little bit of a different browner color, you can definitely use it as a contour. And I have used this one today. I didn't use this one, but I used this one today, and you can kind of see the contour down in there. Perfect for fair people. You can really see it if you're up
close to her, but
you
yeah,
really
you got a little bit of that. And do you use a little bit up there too?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But if you are fair, this is very good for you because it will not turn you orange, and that's very important for a bronzer. All right, so favorite mascaras this month. I have been using some samples that I got. This is the Urban Decay Perversion mascara sample. I use both of these together. This is the Buxom one, but let me show you the difference and why I use them together. So I use the Urban Decay first because if you notice, the brush is your basic brush. So what this will do is fluff my lashes out, make them become really long and voluminous. And this is the Buxom one. I don't really like opening it too much because it's a sample, it kind of gets messy. But this brush is more, I don't know how you call it. They're like smaller bristles, but they're longer. They're more spaced apart. It makes your lashes a lot more spidery. So I use these together. I don't know if I'm gonna buy the full size because they're kind of pricey, and I can kind of get the same thing happening with my Miss Manga paired with my Maybelline Rocket, but these are really good high-end alternatives for that as well, so I highly recommend those. The last thing, of course, is my palette, and I wanted to end with palette because that's pretty much my favorite thing. But I wanted to talk about Maybelline The Nudes palette. I just got the Brights palette, and I've been using them both, but I still think this is my favorite. And at the end of March, they are coming out with a new one in Walmart only, which is called the Blushed Nudes, which is more like rosy tone eyeshadows. So I really want to get that one as well to kind of complete my collection. But these are just awesome. I believe I have a video talking about these as well, so I'll try to link that below if I can find it. But awesome. These are only like 10 bucks. So I know a lot of people have looked at the new L'Oreal La Palette, which I'm so excited for, and I cannot wait for them to come out. But in the meantime, if you want a drugstore alternative, this is awesome. All right. So I believe, do you have anything else?
No, that's it for me.
That is all of our favorites. If you like this format where we're kind of all doing different things, let us know in the comment section below. If you think it was a little too like confusing or whatever, maybe we can try to make it more organized, but whatever. This is the first time we're trying it. So if you like this format, just let us know below. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and a subscribe. Awesome.
So in the meantime, keep calm.
And stay zany. Bye.